Thanks so much, Barbara, for that new episode with yoga. Now I'm sitting here with Kelsey Trottier from the Trottier Dance Collective. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
I know you guys are in the thick of it right now, planning for this week's show.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah. Well, the thing we like to do at Telluride TV is always ask people how they got to Telluride, why Telluride, and what they've been doing since they've arrived.
Okay. So I grew up in the East Coast, and I was living in Boston for a while. And I was just getting burnt out by the East Coast, and I was living there doing production work and doing different performance art stuff. And I came out here for a fun summer just to take a break from my freelance production work, and never looked back.
Yep.
So I was working for Telluride Academy, actually doing theater programs with them, and then I also worked for Telluride Film Festival that first summer. And ended up moving to California, living there for a year to work with a dance company out there, and then came back here the following summer, and then that's when Telluride kind of became home base for me.
Yeah.
So I do a bunch of different stuff in town.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about what you're up to now, along with the Telluride Dance Collective.
Yeah, so I still do some work with Telluride Academy. I did some work with Telluride Film Festival as well. I do mostly just different freelance production work for different festivals around town, and then in the winter I work as a ski instructor. I teach yoga at the Peaks.
A woman of many trades.
Yeah,
yes.
all over the place.
Yes, I think that happens these days especially.
Telluride hustle.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the Telluride Dance Collective was started just a few years ago. Can you tell everyone a bit about where you guys have come from the beginning?
Yeah, so the Trottier Dance Collective is actually what made me decide to stay here and kind of got me hooked in here. So it's a nonprofit organization that was founded by Danielle Jenkins and Stephanie Osen, and we had our first performance in the summer of 2016, so that was my second summer here. And that was at AHA. And then since then, we've started doing this annual showcase on the Palm main stage because we partner with Palm Arts, and we teach dance classes through at the dance studio at the Palm. And part of our partnership with them is we're able to have a main stage full showcase every fall.
Yeah.
So this is Mass Movement. So this is the third year we're doing Mass Movement on the main stage at the Palm.
That's incredible. And you have dancers that are beginners all the way to women and men that have been dancing for their entire lives.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the audition process and how you get so many people involved.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite events that we do throughout the year because we do other performances, and it's usually our core company members that we work with. But Mass Movement is really about getting everybody involved, and as a company, we want dance to be more accessible for people to come and see and watch, but also for people to feel like they can be empowered to perform. So we call them auditions, but I actually started advertising them as free dance classes because we don't really cut people. We have so many different styles of dance, everywhere from contemporary to postmodern to tap to a hip hop piece, and so we have different a variety of levels of different pieces in the show as well, and that's kind of how we get different people involved. So we were able to bring in a choreographer from Denver with a case grant that we had. That's awesome. So we have more of our core company members in that one because it's a little more advanced, but then we have pieces that we try and meet depending on what people's backgrounds are or if they've ever danced before. We kind of have a place for everybody, and that's what this show is really about. It's about getting more people involved and feeling empowered and like they can be a part of this. And for me as a choreographer, that's one of my favorite things to do. I have a piece that has Erica Curry Elrod in it. She's one of our main company members, and she's danced professionally in Denver, and she's actually getting ready to move back and start dancing there again, but she's in one of my pieces. And within the same piece, I have someone who's never done any dance before. So as a choreographer, I love finding the balance between using people's full ability, but also like having that spectrum of movement, vocabulary, and background. So, so you guys will have to come see it.
Yes, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
So if people are still interested in finding tickets, your shows this week are Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes.
So where do people go to grab tickets?
So you can get tickets in advance online through the Palm. So that's just TelluridePalm.com.
Great.
And you can also buy tickets at the door.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in,
Thanks
Kelsey.
for having
We're really
us.
excited to see this week's
Yeah.
showcase.
Awesome.
Great. Well, now over to a local promo for the new AHA building, and then we'll check out a Fuel Up with Ryan and Becca, and then David will sit down with Luke Brown to talk about this year's Original Thinkers Festival.